NASA making a historic announcement today that the Voyager probe has entered interstellar space, that place between the stars. It's now
far beyond the orbits of Neptune and Pluto, in the realm of interstellar space where the sun's influence wanes and the vastness of the galaxy begins to assert itself. Voyager 1 has encountered something that defies the expectations of scientists and challenges the boundaries of what humanity believed it understood about deep space. Over 14 billion miles from Earth, this aging spacecraft, launched in 1977 and originally tasked with exploring the outer planets, has just made an encounter so bizarre, so unexpected, that it may force a rethinking of the nature of the interstellar medium and the underlying laws that govern space itself. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. The event unfolded gradually, then suddenly. As Voyager 1 continued its silent trajectory through the cosmic void, its instruments began to pick up an anomaly that couldn't be explained by conventional models. The spacecraft, though battered by age and distance, still operates several key instruments, including its plasma wave system, magnetometer, and cosmic ray subsystem. These devices, designed to interpret and measure changes in plasma density, magnetic fields, and high-energy particles, respectively, began to relay data that simply did not fit known parameters. The signals were distorted, but not in a way attributed to random background noise or aging equipment. Instead, they exhibited a consistent pattern, an unnatural repeating structure that suggested an encounter with something external, something deliberate, perhaps even structured. It began with a shift in the magnetic field around the spacecraft, one so abrupt and localized that it ruled out natural variations in the interstellar magnetic field. Instead of a gradual transition or wave-like fluctuation, which would be expected from solar storms or the undulating pressure of interstellar gas, the readings showed a precise and immediate realignment of magnetic vectors. Simultaneously, the plasma density surrounding Voyager 1 spiked dramatically, but instead of indicating an interaction with a denser region of space like an interstellar cloud, the data indicated a localized event, the kind that might occur if the spacecraft had passed through an energy field, or had been enveloped by a force of unknown origin. For several hours, the cosmic ray subsystem recorded a complete cessation of galactic cosmic rays, particles that constantly bombard the spacecraft from all directions. This absence was not a dip, it was a vacuum, a sudden null zone in what had otherwise been a consistent background stream of high-energy particles from the galaxy. Then, just as suddenly, the readings returned to normal. Voyager 1 had seemingly moved through a region where the basic conditions of space itself had been rewritten. The implications of this encounter stretch far beyond the mystery of the event itself. If Voyager 1 truly passed through a localized zone where magnetic fields shifted instantaneously, plasma densities surged, and cosmic rays vanished, it suggests the existence of phenomena in interstellar space that have never been observed or predicted. Some might call it an energy bubble. Others might speculate about a warp in space-time, a gravitational anomaly, or even an artificial structure. While there is no hard evidence for the latter, the organized nature of the reading, their precision and symmetrical alignment, hints at something more complex than mere chance. The idea that Voyager 1 could have encountered a zone where physical laws seem to alter calls into question the assumption that interstellar space is a quiet, uneventful expanse. Until now, the dominant model of the interstellar medium assumed that beyond the heliopause, the boundary where the solar wind's strength can no longer push back against the pressure of the interstellar medium, space would be relatively uniform, punctuated only occasionally by clouds of gas or magnetic turbulence. This encounter dismantles that notion. Instead of uniformity, Voyager the 1st of May have stumbled into a feature of interstellar space that reveals it to be a dynamic, unpredictable terrain, where forces we do not yet understand can emerge without warning. The nature of this feature, whether natural or artificial, is equally significant. If it is natural, then it may point to unknown cosmic phenomena that shape the interstellar environment on scales both large and small. Perhaps there are remnants of ancient stellar events, supernovae that left behind energy scars, invisible but active zones where exotic physics reigns. Or maybe there are electromagnetic whirlpools formed by the friction of colliding galactic magnetic domains, zones where the plasma flows so differently that they mimic the properties of artificial manipulation. But if the event hints at artificiality, if the structure Voyager 1 passed through was engineered, then the implications grow even more profound. Humanity has long speculated about the existence of advanced civilizations, and one hypothesis among astronomers and physicists is that signs of such civilizations might be detectable not through radio signals or direct contact, but through the manipulation of space itself. A civilization advanced enough to sculpt energy fields or manipulate plasma densities for communication, propulsion, or defense would leave behind phenomena just like what Voyager 1 observed. This line of thought cannot be dismissed as science fiction when faced with data that refuses to conform to the known laws of astrophysics. Voyager 1 is alone in a region no other human-made object has reached. If anything were to be hidden in the folds of deep space, phenomena beyond the view of telescopes and too distant for direct exploration, then Voyager 1, with its eternal drift into the dark, would be the first to find it. And yet, this is no romantic tale of contact or discovery in the traditional sense. The encounter was brief, unannounced, and entirely unresponsive. If it was artificial, there was no communication, no signal, no indication that it noticed Voyager 1's passage. It was as if the spacecraft brushed against the edge of a silent leviathan, immense and unknowable, yet dormant, or perhaps disinterested. The feeling it evokes is not one of triumph or excitement, but of awe, a quiet realization that the universe contains volumes yet unread, and that what lies between the stars may not be empty after all. Complicating the matter is the lack of any comparative data. Voyager 2, its sister spacecraft, is also in interstellar space but located in a different direction. It has not recorded any similar disturbances, making this event uniquely tied to a specific location in space. That only deepens the mystery. Whatever Voyager 1 encountered wasn't a widespread interstellar feature, but a confined region, like a pocket of otherness embedded in the fabric of space. One of the more controversial but increasingly considered possibilities is that Voyager 1 traversed what some theorists call a temporal discontinuity, a region where time itself behaves erratically, perhaps slowing down or speeding up in ways imperceptible to the human eye but detectable in subtle anomalies in telemetry. Though speculative, such zones have been hypothesized in fringe cosmology as the byproducts of gravitational shear between overlapping regions of the universe, or as the scars left behind by dimensional interaction. If such zones exist, then Voyager 1's sensors may have briefly grazed an event horizon of a non-black hole singularity, something that is not a collapse of mass, but a collapse of certainty, a point where what we know of the universe folds inward. Another interpretation gaining attention is that this event could be a trace remnant of a dark matter interaction. Though dark matter is theorized to permeate galaxies, it has never been directly observed or measured, its presence inferred only through gravitational effects. But what if, in rare instances, concentrations of dark matter, or its more exotic cousin, dark energy, momentarily interact with ordinary matter in ways that leave brief detectable fingerprints? If Voyager 1 passed through such a fingerprint, its instruments could have registered the only direct evidence of dark physics ever collected. Yet, with all possibilities open, the reality remains tantalizingly out of reach. Voyager 1 cannot be turned or redirected. It cannot send high bandwidth signals and is increasingly reliant on aging systems to keep it alive. The data it collected during this anomaly, though robust by the standards of 1970s engineering, is limited by today's technological expectations. There can be no follow-up mission, not for centuries at least. And so this encounter, this impossible brushing against the unknown, becomes a singular data point in the vast chart of human exploration, a ghostly echo from the edge of the void. But what makes this moment so compelling isn't merely the anomaly itself, it is what it represents. Voyager 1, a machine built by hands now long dead, sent from a blue world circling a yellow star, has touched something beyond the known, something that makes the galaxy feel once more like a place of wonder and dread. It evokes the early days of ocean exploration, when ships would vanish into fog banks and return with tales of waters that boiled and skies that sang. Here, at the edge of interstellar space, that spirit of mystery is reborn. No amount of simulation or theory can replicate what Voyager 1 has done. it has crossed into the unknown and brought back with it the first whiff of something truly alien. Not in the sense of little green men or saucers in the night, but alien in its very nature. Alien as in unfamiliar physics, uncharted domains, and unexpected realities. It is a reminder that no matter how far we look, how much we learn, the universe will always hold secrets. And sometimes those secrets choose to whisper back through the instruments of a tiny probe, launched in an age when no one imagined it would endure so long. Voyager 1's encounter is not just a scientific curiosity. It is a pivot point in the story of human discovery. It challenges the narrative that the cosmos is known, that interstellar space is empty, and that the reach of our machines is without consequence. In that small burst of anomalous data lies the suggestion of a cosmos that still has teeth, still has corners untouched by theory, still holds realms of existence waiting to be stumbled upon, not by starships or alien empires, but by quiet ancient machines sailing on long after we've stopped listening. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on Voyager 1's impossible deep space encounter? What happens next? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.